Okay, it's your host Sasha from Grown and Opinionated. Here on a Friday. Supposed to be a snowstorm, but whatever. These teachers never want to go to work. So I just wanted to get into some. I guess this could be the tea episode. Y'all know I gotta scroll my rhymes with snitch because that's just what I do during my lunch break. Um, and I just wanted to talk about really quickly the Kevin Hart thing. I'm gonna talk about some other things that were on there, but I think I need more of a deep dive with Jenny Ma and Jeezy and that whole situation. But Kevin Hart did an interview with Variety magazine, and when they asked him about the infamous Katt Williams interview on Club Shay Shay and what he said about Kevin Hart being an industry plant, Kevin Hart, I don't want to call it the high road because I think that by saying that's the high road by not responding, it's kind of saying that people who do respond, you're taking the low road. And so it's not the high road. And let's not forget when Kevin Hart and his boys were on ESPN and they were throwing subs at Katt Williams all night long. So we're not going to say anybody's taking the high road. But he said that he's not going to respond, and his exact quote was, "Ugh, it's not worth what Kevin Hart said was, it's not worth my time for a response or an engagement. It's extremely beneath me in the position that I'm currently in. I think those that can't talk about those that can." So now let me say this. Y'all see this BS that I gotta deal with because these teachers don't want to work. But anyway, so all right, let's get into this. I think number one, by saying that responding or an engagement with Cat Williams is beneath him is completely disrespectful. I'm sorry. Um, Cat Williams and Kevin Hart. I'm not a money talk person. But it appears based on Cat Williams Club Shay Shay interview that he can even have that money talk with Kevin Hart. But in my opinion, they're both equal. They're both equal. Um, I don't see one being above the other as a comedian. And as far as the movies, with all due respect, I don't think Kevin Hart has had a good or funny movie since Ride Along. I mean, oh no, no, no. Let me not say that. I like the one he just had with, was it Mark Wahlberg? And they had the turtle or whatever. That one was pretty funny. But I mean, Cat Williams had played in roles. I haven't seen all of those movies, but I know that they're like legendary. Black Sun, First Sunday, and Friday After Next. Like I haven't legendary. So, but they're legendary. So, like I said, in my opinion, Cat Williams and Kevin Hart are equal as comedians. Now, a comedian, now that's some ish I am fully aware of that I've seen. They are complete equals. They're equal. Um, if nothing, I might say Cat Williams a little bit further up there. I just love Cat Williams' style of comedy. Um, I think for the last few years, right now, I would say Cat is on top of that with Kevin Hart. Um, I mean, for the last few years, if you haven't watched his Netflix specials, you should watch them. He's just killing them. And while Kevin Hart's last Netflix special was pretty funny, so like I was saying, like I think Kevin Hart's last Netflix special or Peacock, it was on Peacock with the bat. That one was funny. The one before that on Netflix sucked. It was horrible. Then the one before that, I just couldn't get into them anymore. So for him to say, so I'll say all that to say, for him to say that it's beneath him to respond to Cat Williams, that's kind of disrespectful. No one's above the other, except for like Cat Williams will be a little bit. I don't want to contradict myself, but it got me to thinking about I don't know, I'm grown, as the title suggests, grown and opinionated. But do y'all remember there was this little beef back in hip hop in the late 90s? Er, Okay, if y'all were around for like the late 90s, early 2000s, Here's what there was this little beef with one Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. I mean, back then he was just 50 Cent, but y'all may know him now as Curtis Jackson. And one Ja Rule. And Ja Rule and Irv Gotti, if you guys aren't familiar with who they are, I mean, Ja Rule was killing the 90s, the late 90s, mid to late 90s, early 2000s. Ja Rule owned it. I mean, it was all Ja Rule all day, every day on every radio station. They were just killing it. Then 150 Cent came up. And they just started this campaign, the G Unit, they just started this campaign to kind of finish Ja Rule. And Ja Rule position and Irv Gotti position at that time was, we don't need to respond to him. We're too big. We're winning the Grammys. We're doing songs with J-Lo and Mary J. Blige, and we're on every radio station. We're too big to respond to little I forgot what they call him. They would call him like Boo Boo or whatever. I think that's what they called him from where they were from. And they were like, we're too big to respond to him. And they refused to respond. They were trying to ignore the flies swatting around their head. And they just kept coming. And 50, if y'all think 50 is like bad now, a bully, y'all, this is nothing. This is mild compared to what he used to do back in the days. And he would not let his foot up off of their neck. And they just kept taking the position that they were not going to respond. And then it was over. I mean, you couldn't pay someone to play a Ja Rule song. It was all 50 Cent. All day, every day, he got rid of them. And I think that then finally, after all of that, and then 50 Cent, yeah, it just was so bad. Like, it just was really bad. Then Ja Rule came back with Clap Back, and then he finally got the hit with the 100 guns, 100 clips. I'm from New York, New York. That was when he finally was able to get back on the radio. I mean, yeah. And I saw something with Young Buck recently, and he's like, yo, 50 trying to Ja Rule me. It became a verb of like how people would say before that it was ether. Like, oh, you got ether, you got ether. It became like, yo, you trying to Ja Rule me. Like 50 completely, he completely finished Ja Rule. And then now, of course, Ja Rule is coming and he's having his resurgence, but based on the hits that he had. But baby, it was rough out there for Ja Rule after that. I say all that to say, Kevin Hart, you were around. You were around because you were around when G Unit came and Rockefeller. You were around and you're from the East Coast. You know what happened. Don't don't let that ego get you in a position where Katt Williams get you up out of here. Because I mean, the last movie everybody's saying is a flop on Netflix. I didn't even try to watch it. The one before that, it seemed like it's the same girl, Kevin Hart. Like Netflix got them under some type of contract, and they like when anytime someone here has an idea about a movie, y'all two just gonna be in it. There's no creativity or anything. They said this one is a flop, the other one was a flop. I mean, you're in flop city. Now, making money, listen. At this point, y'all all y'all all making money. Everybody's printing money now. And even if they weren't, even if they weren't, I don't think money is the standard. You can't make money. I don't not that I think. I know money is not the standard for your value in your particular field or whatever. I mean, it's just not. It's really not. So you can say, "Hey, I got more money than him." So what? Tomorrow he can have more money than you. Now what? I mean, yeah, Kevin Hart is looking bad for you out in these streets. I mean, you gotta do something. Cat Cat is calling you out, and he's saying like well, I think that was an old video, but I would love to see like oh my God, look. Oh, see, y'all gonna have to pay me. They could do like a comedy versus. I guess that's kind of what they had with Steve Harvey and Katt Williams in Detroit. But they could do one of those like current, like now, and do a comedy versus. So something like what he did with Chris Rock, where it was no headliner, but instead it's going to be like, who's the headliner? So now Katt put on his, they'll flip a coin. Katt does his set, Kevin does his set, and then we just see. I mean, let the people decide who's the winner there. Um, oh my God. But yeah. See, these ideas, they just come to me, you know. But anyway, I was gonna say that I just wanted to get on like Kevin Hart, don't get Ja Rule. Don't get Ja Rule. And no disrespect to Ja Rule, because I love Ja Rule and I bought the album. What was it called? I forgot. But that's when he came out with Clapback, because he was just keep trying to make his R&B hits. I never bought a Ja Rule. I bought the first one. It was Veni Verici something. It was something in Italian. I bought the first one because I like Ja Rule, and when he did Holla Holla, I like that style of rap. Once he started doing the R&B songs, I just checked out because that's just not for me. I'm not. I just don't prefer those watered down rap songs. But then when 50 Cent Ja Ja ruled him and got him up out of here. And he came back with the album with Clapback. I bought that album because I'm like, okay, at least you fighting back. Let me support you. Get back out there. Because I mean, listen, nobody's gonna deny Ja Rule's talent. And at that point, they had more money than I don't know. They just had a lot of money because they were the only person you heard on the radio. However, it didn't matter. It did not matter. All their money, everything just did not matter. These 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, and Tony Yayo were just putting out mixtapes every freaking week, it seemed like. And they just got him up out of here. They got him up out of here. So he's always, Ja Rule is so talented. I mean, and it just felt to me why I wanted to support, because I'm like, okay, finally you're acknowledging it and you're fighting back. You should have acknowledged it from the beginning because, well, I guess this would be a case study for Kevin Hart too, is that 50 Cent, after they did the 100 Guns, 100 Clips, 50 tried to come after Jadakiss and Fat Joe, who were featured on the song, because his thing was, if anybody who stands with Ja Rule, they will fall. I'm gonna get them. And Fat Joe and Jada just weren't having it. I mean, the minute he mentioned their name, they were on it. And that's where we got to hear some really, really good hip hop. I mean, people were rapping and nobody, I mean, you see, well, Jada, he just different. Jada's different. Jada's just different. But Fat Joe, you see, he's still around. He ain't never date 50 was never able to get him up out of here. Never. He consistently put out his music still got played. Y'all remember the infamous thing at the awards where he was saying he feels so safe with all the security provided by G Unit. I mean, they they just were on his ass, right? Right soon as he mentioned their name, they were on his ass. And that made a difference compared to what Ja Rule did. So Kevin Hart, I mean, you were there. You were there, Kevin Hart. You know what happened. Don't let Katt get you up out of here. And there's no disrespect to Katt, because I love Katt. I've been, yeah, I've been on those. Like I said, I ain't into the movies, but them damn specials he got, Katt the one. But all right, I'm gonna get up out of here. But Kevin Hart, just don't let him get you up out of here. I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all can check out the new episodes or follow me on Instagram. Oh, my kids are here again.
This one is not her kid, it's her grandson. She's old.
If y'all didn't know, now y'all know I'm old.
How? And Zoe's so old, Zoe can't even throw basketball in.
I don't know what that meant, but I'm out.
I'm her son, and I made millions.
Facts. All right, we up out of here. Till next time. Peace out.